So this isn't going to be a video where I tell you guys how to install the KO onto the Talaria, but I wanted to give you guys some tips and some useful information if you are installing the KO Rush or any of it to your Sting R. Now, first off, I'm installing the KO Rush, which is the 60,000 kilowatt controller with the factory spec motor. In terms of issues that you may run into, it's mostly this bracket here. Now, this bracket will come with your stock motor. It's a 4-screw bracket. Now, what that means is if you're installing the KO motor onto it, this won't fit because the KO motor is actually only a 2-screw hole bracket system. What that means is you can either, one, wait for the KO bracket to come out. I mean, they should be really shipping the Talaria systems, the Talaria KO Rush systems with this bracket. But otherwise, you can also take it off a 6.0, which is what I've done. The 6.0 is only a 2-screw hole bracket. If you don't know what this bracket does, is essentially these screw holes lock into the motor, and then this holds the gearbox in place, so it's to secure the entire power drive system. But that's essentially one of the issues you'll run into. Now, the second issue you'll perhaps run into is this bash guard here. There's not really a good bash guard so far. Obviously, KO is making one, but there's a lot of cutting the metal if you are installing this system onto your Talaria. I've had to cut the front, the back, and as you can tell, even my motor cables right now are kind of not being protected, but I'm sure this will get refined when KO releases their bash guard, hopefully to Talaria owners who have bought the KO system. It should, I mean, a piece of metal isn't all that expensive. I do think that things like the this bracket and this bash guard should come free with your Talaria system because, I mean, without it, you basically just can't use it. You really risk damaging your expensive motor and your expensive controller without those two things. Now, one more thing to note is if you are installing this system onto your Sting R, you'll be able to push out, from my testing, about 180 amps. If you're gentle on the throttle, 180 amps is fine. But otherwise, you want to stay around the 150 because at 180, if you pull the throttle hard, the BMS will kick in and will protect the batteries. For people who are wondering about Talaria upgrades, we are making batteries for the Talaria. The cells that are used in the stock bike just isn't powerful enough. We're looking at 5C batteries for the upgrade, and I'm looking at basically a raised height, just like my Sur-Ron. 55 amp hours will get me the range that I really want with my dirt bike. So with that being said, you'll basically have a raised kit on the front and on the rear as well. So that's to come. And then by then, I'll be able to push out 300 plus amps, 400 plus amps. But right now, if you're running the KO system with the stock battery, you'll be playing around the 150 amp mark, which is honestly plenty enough for most people, but it depends on how you ride your bike and depends on what you want. But 150 amps is still plenty of fun. So yeah, so hopefully this helps you out. This is, again, just like a quick video. Just want to show you guys, let you guys know, give you guys a heads up on the issues you may run into when installing the KO onto the Sting R. If there's anything that you want to know about that I missed out on, or we can just have a discussion in the comment section, leave it down below, and let's talk about it. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.